I'm Lisa Frewer, an Ontario certified teacher, a fellow of the Orton Gillingham Academy, past president of IDA Ontario, and the founder of Fundamental Learning. The recent OHRC ruling is particularly exciting for me, as although I've had the privilege of working with many amazing educators over the years, it has been mostly individual teachers who have sought training of their own volition or private schools who have embraced this work, and access to these tools have been largely denied to our public school students. Now that the OHRC has ruled that the school boards must acknowledge dyslexia, and more importantly, must put into place the interventions which will actually allow those students to learn to read and write, I'm very excited to be part of the broader solution to literacy in our schools. I understand the challenges that students, parents, and many educators have felt from firsthand experience, as I was a dedicated public school teacher and 2 of my 3 children are dyslexic. It was a failure of the public school system to recognize and deal with their challenges that got me involved so long ago. I had to go outside of the system to gain the knowledge and skills to teach my own children how to read, despite having a master's degree in special education qualifications. I also think it's worth noting that those same interventions that work to allow dyslexic students to learn to read and write also represent the best practices of teaching literacy in general, to provide a deeper knowledge of the language and its structures. As part of our shared efforts, I'm pleased to offer a $200 credit towards any fundamental learning course, or alternatively, if an active teacher or administrator is chosen for this gift and prefers, I will provide an introductory workshop to their school staff. If you don't win the prize, you can always find me at funlearning.ca. Thank you to IDA Ontario for their efforts to bring us all together today, and to all of you who are helping to build the coalitions that continue to move these changes forward with the kind of sustained pressure that's required to make such fundamental changes that we know are so necessary. Enjoy the symposium.
Hello, my name is Annette Sing, and I am a founding member at Decoding Dyslexia Ontario. Our voluntary parent-led organization emerged from a concern with the limited access to interventions for students with dyslexia in Ontario's public schools. We are parents, students, and educators who raise dyslexia awareness, empower families to support their children, and advocate for best practices regarding identification, remediation, and support for students with dyslexia. As advocates, there's much to be excited about with the release of the Ontario Human Rights Commission's Right to Read report, and there's a great deal of work ahead. Decoding Dyslexia Ontario is particularly grateful that at the basis of this work, the OHRC listened to our children and to the parent community that we represent when no one else would. Students with dyslexia are often referred to as having hidden or invisible disabilities, and this makes it difficult for them to get the help that they need. The Right to Read inquiry and subsequent report brought our dyslexic children and their experience of discrimination to light to ensure that going forward, their learning needs can no longer be invisible and their right to an education can be upheld in classrooms across Ontario. Again, thank you so much to the OHRC for all they've done to bring this groundbreaking work to be. Today, the Ontario branch of the IDA is giving away 2 copies of a fantastic book that examines this very concept of hidden or invisible disability. Written by our friend LaDerek Horn and Margot Freeberg-Izzo, Empowering Students with Hidden Disabilities, A Path to Pride and Success is an engaging read based on the lived experience of the authors. Aimed at educators and parents, advocates, and students, it offers an assets-based approach to broadening our understanding of hidden disabilities. Additionally, it outlines creative strategies to empower students towards self-advocacy and the realization of their full potential both in school and in life. Make sure to check in to see if you are the lucky winner who will add this book to your library. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.
Bonjour et bienvenue à notre colloque sur le rapport sur l'enquête Le droit de lire de la Commission ontarienne des droits de la personne. Je suis Joanne Bertrand, une des membres du conseil exécutif de IDEA Ontario. Et saviez-vous que nous avons maintenant plusieurs ressources francophones sur la littératie structurée et la science de la lecture sur notre site Web? Les ressources comprennent des renseignements et des outils pour les parents, les enseignantes et les enseignants, la salle de classe, les interventions en petits groupes et individuelles. Nous trouvons que les ressources sont utiles pour les écoles francophones et les programmes d'immersion. Alors, il faut aller consulter les onglets ressources et What Works sur notre site Web. Aujourd'hui aussi, nous vous offrons un tirage pour 5 visionnements gratuits pour notre atelier du 5 novembre qui était intitulé « Des fondements progressifs sur la réussite en lecture et en écriture dans la salle de classe ». Vous y trouverez Dr. Michel Miner-Corriveau de l'Université Laurentienne, Lise Lheureux de Lexigraphie et Ron Cadez d'un conseil scolaire francophone au Manitoba. Alors, bonne journée à tous.
Hello, members of the International Dyslexia Association of Ontario. My name is Lynn Stone, and I'm an educational linguist, author, and teacher trainer. I'm from Scotland, but I've made my home here in Australia for the past 2 decades. I've been seeking answers to sticky questions on teaching reading throughout my entire career, and I've been watching excitedly as the science of learning in general, and the science of reading in particular, has grown, much to the benefit of vulnerable children and adults the world over. This public inquiry has gone right to the heart of it all. High quality, research-informed literacy instruction is a human rights issue. I want to congratulate everybody involved in this landmark report, especially those grassroots movers and shakers who would not take reading failure for an answer. You'll get your detractors and critics. I know there have been some attempts to rebut the report already, and I want to say this to everyone at the Symposium now. You are right. You are just. You are extremely important. The eyes of the world are on you. Push this thing through and keep fighting. The lives of countless children and the well-being of your nation's teachers depend upon it. But today, we celebrate. Congratulations.
Thank you to Remediation Plus for their generous donation of 2 sets of the Remediation Plus system, Early Language Teacher Curriculum, a value of $400 each. Remediation Plus was established in 1999 following years of extensive research to provide students who struggle with reading and spelling with a more effective approach to learning language from that traditionally employed in most classrooms. The company's founder, Joanne Gross, developed the Remediation Plus system with a goal of creating a teaching system that would be more effectively remediating the root of academic frustration in children and adults alike who have challenges with reading, writing, and spelling. This breakthrough solution is a powerful research intervention program based in part on the Orton-Gillingham methodology, as well as phonemic awareness research, phoneme segmentation and sequencing, fluency training, vocabulary development, comprehension, and semantic webbing for the development of writing. It is a full curriculum accompanied by comprehensive teacher training. It has been demonstrated that 95% of students can succeed with the sequence of lesson plans that form the foundation of the Remediation Plus system.
October is Dyslexia Awareness Month. You can join in the celebration by taking part in Read October. Read October is a readathon in support of dyslexia awareness. But Read October is different from other readathons. Read October isn't about who can read the most or the fastest. It's about setting a personally meaningful reading goal and working towards that goal throughout the month of October. For some of our dyslexic kids, the goal might be just to read a little bit every day. For others, it might be to tackle finishing their first big chapter book. But Read October isn't only for kids. We have many adults who've taken part and set the goal of simply setting aside a bit of time in their busy day to read something for pleasure. You can take part in Read October as a reader by simply reading books and then visiting our website, readoctober.com, to tell us about them. We would also encourage you to post about the books that you are reading during October to raise awareness for dyslexia using the hashtag ReadOctober. You can also choose to join Read October as a fundraiser through Canada Helps. All funds raised during Read October go to support IDA Ontario's Library Mini Grant program. In the first year of this program, 2020, IDA Ontario partnered with 62 Ontario public libraries. We provided each of these libraries a grant to start a collection of decodable books and books about dyslexia. We also provided each library with a dyslexia awareness information package containing posters, brochures, and resources that they could use to create a dyslexia awareness display in the library. This is a great way to get information about typical and atypical reading development directly into the hands of parents and community members. Thanks to the success of Read October 2021, we will be able to support 75 more public libraries this year. Grant applications for libraries are now open. Please ask your public librarian to apply. Details and the application form are on the IDA Ontario website. We will be accepting applications for these grants until May 1st.